My name is Robin Lee. Welcome to Buzz on the Bluffs, Vicksburg, Mississippi's Community Insight Program. We'll be taking a look at people, places, and events that impact our community. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining me today at Buzz on the Bluffs. We're located at the Wine House, which is, what's the address here?
1408.
1408 Washington Street. And look, you're going to learn a lot during this interview. Don't miss this place. You will want to come down here if you haven't already been here. So I'm sitting here today with the owners, Mary Jane Wooten, familiar name and face around town, and Daryl Hollingsworth, another familiar face and name around town. And tell us, how did y'all pair up to do this, and why this? I mean, I know it was already here, but what made y'all decide to jump into this?
Well, we really just wanted to set an example of and the tone for what we would like downtown to be. This is really only one of many things that we hope to be involved in, and we thought if we did something really nice and upscale that we could show other investors and other people, if they wanted to come downtown, what they could do downtown. And
it looks great in here. Y'all done a remarkable job. I know y'all had a party for the Belmont Stakes and had a great turnout. I saw the pictures on Facebook.
It was lots of fun.
It's a great place just to come after work and relax for a little while. And tell us what you serve here, Daryl.
Well, we serve all kind of liquors, beer, and hand-selected assortment of wine.
And y'all have hors d'oeuvres as well, right?
Yes, we do.
Because I've had some of them, and they're really good. I came for your grand opening.
Our mahi fish tacos are the favorite.
I haven't tried those. I'm coming back. Maybe more often than I should. Okay, so we're going to get some footage later, but tell us a little bit about that wine contraption over there.
Mm-hmm. In our wine machine, that comes from Italy, and it houses 4 reds and 4 whites, and it keeps both sides perfectly chilled, and then it serves the wine by the ounce. You can select it on the machine whether you want a 1 ounce pour, a 2.5 ounce pour, or a 5 ounce pour. And so you get an exact pour. And what we try to do is we rotate the wines in that machine every month. So every month you can come here and taste different wines from all the regions and just get a good perspective on all the different wines that are out there. Robin, one of the neat things about coming to the Wine House, and it's very unique, nobody else in town is doing this, is that you can order a flight of wine. So what is a flight? It's a taste, 4 selections. You can order either a 1 ounce flight or a 2.5 ounce flight. So let's just say what's in our wine machine, you like reds. So you'd say, I'd like a 1 ounce flight of reds. So this is how it would come. You'd come up to the machine, our bartender would, and you push the 1 ounce button, and it pours an exact 1 ounce pour.
So do you order your wines from different places, or how do y'all decide what you're going to serve?
Ultimately, it comes from the ABC. I mean,
it all comes from.
Yeah, right. But we have a
wine broker, and he goes all over the world and selects the wines, and then he brings them back to Mississippi, and then we can go and buy them from him.
Wow! And then I know over here you have 2 large. Is it 2 or is that just one great big wine?
2 coolers.
Okay, and so you keep the reserve in there.
Yeah, it keeps the reds and the whites perfect temperature. It's dual temperature.
So have y'all had any private parties or anything here yet?
Yes, we have, and we have some more scheduled.
Yeah, because it's the perfect place. There's so many different seating areas and your built-in area. I mean, it's just really perfect.
We've had some nice, really private parties, and it's set up well for private parties.
Yeah.
We can probably fit, 60 to 70 people, which is a good-sized party.
And I know occasionally you have live music down here.
We do on Saturday nights. Every Saturday night we're trying to have a different musician.
This week we'll have Andy Hardwick, kind of a jazz pianist.
Jazz? Y'all use the keyboard. Yeah. No piano yet.
Right, that's right.
What do you think? How do you think this contributes to kind of the revitalization we see going on downtown. You know, we've got a bookstore and a bakery, and Jay Parmigiani's getting ready to open, and we've got some other restaurants down here. How do y'all see that you're contributing to what's going on?
Well, ultimately, we want to have 2,000 people. That's what I think is a good recipe. That's what I've read and heard from other people. Is if we can get 2,000 residents living downtown, then it will sustain itself. So, and whenever we did the wine bar here, we really looked at each other and said, which came first, the chicken or the egg? You know,
Yeah.
so we were working on apartments, getting people living here, but they got to have something else too. You know, they go hand in hand. You've got to have somewhere for them to eat and enjoy themselves.
Do you know about how many people are living down here now?
Not exactly right now. I know last year we had around 200, but the Aeolian has come on since then, and with Tim at 10 South coming, we expect that number to double sometime this year.
Yeah.
So.
And then let's go ahead and plug the warehouse. The warehouse Vicksburg. The wine house is 1408 Washington, but we bought all of those buildings, so it's 1408 through 1414. So in this particular building, we have 7 apartments, and then in the other 2 buildings, we have an additional 10. So that's 10 lofts that are available now, and it's called the Warehouse Vicksburg. And you can go to our website. We've got a really nice website. It's called thewarehousevicksburg.com. And you can actually click on our units, and it shows you pictures of the interiors. And all of our units are different. We really don't have one unit that's the same. So you can click on each unit, and it shows you all the amenities, detailed pictures of the kitchens, the bathrooms, the den, the fireplaces, all, and even pricing.
I did that actually.
You did? Good.
Yes, and it was so user friendly.
Thank
I mean,
you.
you can just go from one to the next, and it tells you if it's furnished or if it's available unfurnished, and what the price is.
Because we have a good variety here. Not only do we have long-term apartments, but we also have extended stay. For those people who are in town working with Entergy or International Paper or Grand Gulf or Ergon or the government, anybody who needs like a 30-day stay, they can rent these. There's no lease. You can just rent them for 30 days after 30 days. And there is a need for that because it's hard to find a furnished unit that you can come in and just move your suitcase in and stay a month or 2.
And with the picturesque scene of downtown Vicksburg.
Yes, with river views.
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Well, are we going to be able to go take a look at those?
Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Okay, is there anything else y'all wanted to be sure to mention?
Well, I do.
Go ahead.
The wine house and the warehouse both of those are owned by Live, Work, Play Downtown Vicksburg. And I guess Daryl and I's bigger vision is not just the warehouse and the wine house, but our big vision is Live, Work, Play Downtown Vicksburg. And that concept is revitalizing downtown. And how do we do that? Daryl sort of hit on it a little bit in that we need people living downtown to be able to shop in our stores because we really believe the people who are going to shop downtown and keep this area vibrant are going to be the people who actually live here.
Yes.
So that's our number one goal is to get more people living down here. But then he touched on this a little bit in that to get people to live down here, you got to have things for them to do. So how does the wine house fit into this? Well, this was a vacant space that's no longer vacant. So our goal is to get to 100% saturation in these buildings. From our quarter, what we consider phase 1 would be all the way from the Klondike all the way up to F&G. That's our main strip. And what we would like to do is get 100% saturation in the storefronts.
Yes.
And in people living in these buildings, converting them to houses where you can buy them and actually live, or if you just want an apartment or condo in rental, either one. But there's lots of things down here that somebody could invest in, either move in ready or not. If you like doing a renovation, there's lots of great architecture down here.
Yes.
That, I mean, I wish people could go and see Chris Porter's loft. I mean, it's awesome. She bought her building and renovated it.
And
it's
the
beautiful
too. Overlooked.
Yes.
Yes.
Theirs is very nice.
That's
So you
Daniel.
have people who have purchased buildings and renovated them to live here long term. And then like Daryl and I, we've purchased buildings, we've renovated them, put apartments in there. for long and short-term use. So that's our major goal
Yeah,
with
and
Live, Work,
we
Play.
need a one other thing that I think we need down here is a market. And I know there
Yes.
was a market, but it was kind of gourmet and specialty foods.
Yeah.
And we need
Mhm.
something that just has just average, everyday things. You can run down there and get a frozen dinner or some Band-Aids or,
Mhm.
you
Well-
know, without having to get in your car and drive somewhere.
And that's what we envision at Corner Medical. Mary Jane and I bought the Corner Medical
did y'all?
building, and that we want to put a grocery store, what we're calling
hmm
it, in the area that used to be the pharmacy.
Yeah.
And as I sit here and look across the street, I remember when I was a kid, I lived about an hour and a half from here, and we used to come to Vicksburg. This was the city for us, and shop at, I can't remember the name of the shoe store.
Fredericks.
No, the shoe
No?
store that was right across the street.
I used to shop there too.
You know-
Sages.
Sage's Bootery.
Yes.
Yes. We need a really nice shoe store down here.
Yes.
We
And
could
that is one
support
thing.
that.
We're
I could
and
support
Daryl and I
that.
are actively, when we're not hammering nails and when we're not opening the wine house, we are actively out there seeking other individuals who would like to open up businesses. And we're even putting incentive plans out there for people. We'll build your space out. If you're in one of the buildings that we own, or either if we don't own it, we'll build your space out.
Yeah.
We'll help you anyway. We're here to help any of the businesses that are already here, or any business that wants to come. Just call us. Daryl and I both are easy to find. We're both realtors. We both can show property downtown, and that's our main goal.
Well, I love what y'all are doing and what you have done, and just keep doing it.
Thank you.
I need y'all.